Eirik Raudes vei.
Takk skal du ha. Många säger att den är bästa batterikontiven. Jag har inte riktigt lite för välpolerat. Kunderna alltid det skit.
Hey guys, Morten Ostad here, welcome to my channel. So today was the record fair at the Rockefeller concert venue. It's been 1 year since I was there last. That video was quite popular, it seemed. So I thought, well, let's repeat it and go again this year, since I am here in Oslo and haven't gone to Denmark yet. And I had a couple of errands elsewhere in town, so that's why you see some bus footage from not anywhere near this record fair, because the record venue, or the concert venue rather, is like 2 blocks away from here. I went there, and after having some coffee, and I decided not to go straight away. It opened at 10, so I ended up going there at 12, because I didn't have too many hopes about finding any of my like whales or anything, but I thought it would be a cool day out, and I set myself sort of thinking I'm going to look for super furry animals. I'm going to look for prefab sprout, and well, one more, Manic Street Preachers. I needed the chances of seeing any of those. Even copies that I already own was minimal, but I thought that'll keep me occupied and made me sort of not grab all kinds of other stuff. Of course, I do kind of have an eye out for, let's say, for example, a Kiss album. I did find a couple last year, like a German pressing of their first album, and I did also buy that Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin, which I hadn't checked on. And when I came out, it was all scratchy. But I found a nicer and cheaper copy in Denmark this summer. So I kind of swapped them, because the cover on the Record Fair album was nicer than the Danish one, and the vinyl on the Danish one. So I did a Frankenstein, I think you call it a Frankenstein or something when you do that. So I went in there and bought my entrance ticket and got stamped and all that stuff. And then I came in there and I was like, what on earth? Where are all the people? I turned left right away. There's a room there that is sort of where they sell souvenirs and band merch and stuff like that. And there's a little bar there, and that had like 5 or 6 sellers last time, and now it seemed like there were 2 who had one long table each. One of them were mostly selling what seemed to be black metal stuff, and the other one was selling an enormous amount of CDs. The only guy who was selling CDs at this venue. And he also was selling some quite a huge collection of Metallica vinyl. You had like Ride the Lightning with the instead of black and blue colors, you had black and green colors, and it was a French pressing, so that was kind of interesting. And then I went into the main hall, and again, must have been at least half as many customers or whatever we are there compared to last year. And again, there were fewer vendors. So I walked around and I looked and talked to some people and asked them about the bands that I was looking for. And I was tempted to ask about a few other things, like I keep looking for that Guru, and some, like, for example, some obscure Rolling Stones compilations. And I did see some Depeche Mode stuff that was very tempting, but I just finished collecting my studio album collection on vinyl, and I don't really need to add compilation albums to that. Maybe one day, I don't know. And also they had some strange Depeche Mode, what I assume is live bootlegs. In the end, I did find a couple of things. One of them had a bin full of, and that was one of the vendors who are from an actual record store over in Lillestrøm, outside of Oslo. He had a bin full of record store day stuff, and then there was another one. And I'll just show, like, this is the second time I'm filming this because I hadn't installed my microphone, so I already tore off the hype sticker and actually broke it a little bit on one of them. Yes, it's Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, and it was kind of funny because I had just been listening to all my OMD CDs earlier this week, because me and my friend Donovan in South Africa, we were talking about OMD because for some reason we both like OMD. So I got this one, and all the Record Store Day albums in that bin had a 50% off price tag. So this cost originally $399, so I paid $200 for it. A very nice texture on this. So this is a Bauhaus Staircase, and it was released in 2023, so this is their most recent album. So I'm very curious I haven't heard any OMD since my last OMD CD is the one before Sugar Tax, which I don't have, which, if that's it, but I have all the earliest ones. And here is the artwork for the inner sleeve, and song titles, and 2023, and the vinyl is this deep red, very nice. So I thought that was a fun thing to bring home. Now the other one was a Doors album. And I'm always on the lookout for the last one of these that I'm missing. This is, of course, the debut album. I was late to the show with these, so I bought this one used on Discogs, and it's a little bit worn, but the album and the CDs are perfectly fine. And then, of course, they released Soft Parade, also a used copy, a little bit bent out of shape here, but very nice as well. And the only ones that I bought brand new was Morrison Hotel, and of course LA Woman. These are really, really nice. I'm very fond of them. But I was holding out getting I don't have Waiting for the Sun. I remember seeing it in record stores here in Oslo when it came out, and thought, yeah, I'll get that later. Well, it just disappeared, and I wasn't able to order it anywhere. It seems like that one was printed or pressed in fewer copies than the other ones, because on Discogs, it just like that Crowded House record that I keep talking about, that when all the old Crowded House albums were re-released back in 2016, that one disappeared immediately, and costs more than £200 or euros on Discogs now, and that Waiting for the Sun does too. But there's one more, of course, and Strange Days. They opted not to release it in this format. They did release after the first one. They did release it, but on a single vinyl and a CD with all the extra material separately. So then you got to ask yourself, really, the people responsible for releasing these things, are they not record collectors or no record collectors? You know how annoying that is? It's like having a constant corn of sand in your eyes. So I kept, because I do have the Doors on vinyl from my teenage years, but they are not in the best of shape. So, but when I saw this one today, I decided to grab it, and this is a Rhino vinyl release from when I checked online. it was a little bit older than I thought. It's actually from 2009. But again, so 330 Norwegian kroner. That's about the same as if I bought it, I suppose. Yeah, probably more or less the same as I bought another different copy. But I thought this would look like a good copy, and I finally get to listen to Strange Days again on vinyl. So that's nice. Shall we have a look? See if I can open this one without tearing apart the hype sticker. So let's have a look at it. If there's anything to look at in here. Yes, there is. It's very nice. Picture of the band with. That's a little bit odd. Maybe it was that originally, with the lyrics here. And because they skimped. And we have the vinyl, of course. Here we go. So, that was my trip to the record fair here in Oslo, the oldest record fair in Oslo. Was it this, or I think it was last year it turned 35 or something like that. So it's been running more or less since Rockefeller took over the venue. So that was nice, and I'm glad I went there. But I must say, considering how on the uptake vinyl collecting has been lately, and how absolutely chock full of people that place was last year, I was really surprised that it seemed to have tailed off, or whatever you're supposed to call it, because there was definitely fewer people, and I heard people talking about it, well, weird how few people, and it is, it's not as the pickings aren't as good as it was last year, and so on. So I was surprised, but I'm glad I went there. Got out of the flats, so that's always nice. So anyway, guys, leave a comment, that would be nice. Click like, that helps my channel. If you want to subscribe, that makes me happy, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye bye.